Welcome to Startups. I'm your host, Aiden Spark. Today on Startups, imagine building a global empire from a humble garage, only to face a crushing personal reckoning. Today, we explore the hidden costs of ambition and what happens when the relentless pursuit of innovation threatens to unravel everything you hold dear. The harsh glow of a laptop screen cuts through the darkness of an empty office. It's 1994, and Jeff Bezos hunches over his keyboard, bloodshot eyes fixed on a single line of code. In this moment, he isn't just writing code. He's sketching the blueprint for a revolution that will transform how humanity interacts with commerce. But at what cost? And what drives a man to risk everything for a vision others can't yet see? You've felt it before. That gnawing sensation that your comfortable life might be keeping you from something greater. For Jeff, it wasn't just about leaving a cushy Wall Street job. It was about facing a question that haunts every potential innovator. Would you trade certainty for the chance to build something unprecedented? He developed what he called the regret minimization framework. Picture yourself at 80 looking back at this moment. Which would hurt more, failing at something daring or never trying at all? When Jeff projected himself forward, the answer became crystal clear. The real risk wasn't in leaving his stable job. The real risk was in staying. Rewind to a young Jeff, surrounded by dismantled appliances in his childhood bedroom. The floor is a maze of wires and circuit boards. While other kids played with toys, he took them apart to understand their souls. His adoptive father, Miguel, a Cuban immigrant, watched with a mixture of concern and pride as his son's mind worked differently from his peers. This wasn't just childhood curiosity. It was the first glimpse of a mind that would refuse to accept the world as it was. When other children asked what, Jeff asked, why not? This same spirit would later challenge every assumption about how business should work. The beginning wasn't glamorous. Amazon's first office was Bezos's garage, where the symphony of dial-up modems and keyboard clicks mixed with the smell of cardboard boxes and determination. The company's original name was Cadabra, until someone pointed out it sounded too much like cadaver. Jeff wanted something that represented unlimited potential. He chose Amazon after the world's largest river. But having a vision isn't enough. The early days were a brutal education in the gap between dreams and reality. Technology failed, orders got lost, critics laughed at the idea of selling books online. Every small victory was followed by two new problems. Yet Jeff maintained what he called a day one mentality. Every morning was a fresh start, another chance to build something that had never existed before. When the dot-com bubble burst in the early 2000s, Amazon teetered on the edge of bankruptcy. The press wrote obituaries for the company. Investors fled. But in this moment of crisis, Jeff revealed the true nature of his ambition. While others retrenched, he expanded. While others cut costs, he invested in innovation. If you're enjoying Startups, please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code for our free 7-day email course, Become an Innovation Engine. Steal exact frameworks of billion-dollar breakthroughs like Netflix and Tesla. Now, back to the episode. It was during this crucible that Jeff conceived Amazon Prime. The idea seemed absurd. Charge customers an annual fee for unlimited fast shipping. Critics called it financial suicide, but Jeff understood something fundamental about human nature. People don't just want convenience, they crave certainty. Prime wasn't just a shipping service, it was a promise of reliability in an uncertain world. The success of Prime revealed Jeff's true genius. He didn't just solve problems, he reimagined entire systems. The small arrow in Amazon's logo, pointing from A to Z, became more than a clever design. It became a symbol of his relentless drive to connect every aspect of commerce. But greatness demands sacrifice. As Amazon grew, so did the stories of exhausted warehouse workers, punishing performance metrics, and a corporate culture that seemed to value efficiency over humanity. You might recognize this pattern in your own life. The moment when ambition starts to overshadow everything else. When success becomes a treadmill that keeps accelerating. Jeff's personal life began to crack under the pressure. His marriage to Mackenzie Scott, who had been there since the garage days, ended in a public divorce that forced him to confront the price of his singular focus. Today, Amazon Web Services powers much of the internet. One-click shopping has become so normal we barely remember life before it. Jeff's vision has fundamentally reshaped how we live, work, and consume. But this success raises profound questions about the nature of progress itself. What happens when convenience becomes compulsion? When innovation outpaces human adaptation? These aren't just questions about Jeff Bezos or Amazon. They're questions about your own relationship with ambition and success. The real lesson of Jeff's story isn't about building an empire. It's about the courage to reimagine what's possible and the wisdom to understand its cost. As you pursue your own dreams, ask yourself, what's your one-click moment? What system could you reinvent? What problem could you solve in a way that's never been tried before? But also consider this. Can you maintain your humanity while pursuing your vision? Can you build something revolutionary without losing sight of what makes us human? The answer isn't in Jeff's story. It's in the choices you make today. The world is indeed just one click away, but the harder question remains, what world are you clicking toward, and what price are you willing to pay to build it? Remember, innovation without empathy is just disruption. True progress requires both the courage to imagine a different future and the wisdom to build it sustainably. That's your challenge now. What will you do with it? On the next episode of Startups, Jeff Bezos showed us how customer obsession and long-term vision can transform industries. But what happens when entire communities need that same entrepreneurial spirit? What if I told you there's a force for change quietly rebuilding economies from the ground up? Forget boardrooms and billionaires for a moment. This week, we uncover the story of Hazel Sheffield, a financial journalist who traded headlines for hope. She uncovered a secret to community empowerment, a lesson in adaptability, and a story that proves innovation isn't just for tech giants. It's for everyone. Discover how resilience blooms in the most unexpected places. You won't want to miss this. Please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code or follow the pinned link to get our free 7-day email course. Become an innovation engine. 7 days, $7 billion frameworks. Transform from idea person to startup innovator by learning the exact playbooks that built Netflix, Tesla, and SpaceX. Click the video that just popped up to watch the next one in this series. Or for episode summaries, behind-the-scenes info, and more, go to daily8.com/su. Thanks for watching.